day, I believe, 22 of Vlogmas. I am so behind on getting these up. I think only day 9 is posted so far. But my husband is working today to get as much posted as possible for me. And so if there's a random, like, dump of videos, you know why. But it is currently already, like, 2 something. I think it's like, well, it might be 3 already. It's 2:53 to be exact. And I didn't get up until about 2:15 today. And then I had to feed the baby and everything. But we are gonna do a couple things today. First, I think I'm gonna go grab my stuff. Last night I started working on my mom's present, which is gonna be a hand knit chunky yarn cardigan. I've never done one before, so this is my first time doing it, and so far I think it's coming out pretty good. I got the whole back panel done last night, and then, well, technically this morning, because it was after 2 a.m. by the time I finished it. And then I started on one of the front panels, and so I've got 2 front panels and the 2 sleeves to still do, and then I gotta connect everything. I don't know if I'm gonna work on that today, because I do need to get these custom orders out, and we don't do presents for, like, my mom and stuff until Christmas Day. So I do have some time, because she'll be coming up here to hang out with my daughter, my husband, and I. And then I really need to get to work on all the custom orders, as well as my gift for my husband, because he had a couple things handmade for me. So I need to get his done, because I'm gonna feel terrible if I don't get him anything for Christmas, because funds are tight this year, so I'm not going and buying him a bunch of stuff. So yeah, that's all I have for now. I will check back in here shortly and do a yarn haul. And then, yeah, because we went to Michael's yesterday. And, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. But then, after the Michael's haul, 2 of the balls of yarn I got were actually for the custom order for my best friend. So, I will probably start on that after I finish the moose, because I still have not finished the 2 mooses. Meese. Whatever we decided it was. Moose. Anyways, that's all I have for now. I will talk to y'all in a bit. Alright, y'all, so I just finished up sending my husband all the Vlogmas videos that I've recorded for all the previous days that we haven't already uploaded. And so hopefully he'll be able to get all those done today. We'll see, because, like I said, I think he's currently working on day 10. And it is, well, he should have all the way up to day 21 now, because I'm currently recording day 22. But while he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and show you this yarn haul real quick, and then get back to actually crocheting stuff. I have to run and grab some of the stuff from his office. But first, let's do this yarn haul. So I got 2 bags worth of yarn, and some of it was on sale, most of it wasn't, sadly. And I probably shouldn't have bought all this, because it was like $60. But to be fair, some of it I needed for a custom order. So let's start with the non-Christmas, or non-yarn items. I got my husband and I 2 Santa hats. For one, because I saw them and they were on sale, but for another, our daughter has a Santa hat, and I realized my husband might still have his, but I can't find mine to save my life. So I just want to get a couple Santa hats, because there's a couple pictures I want us to take. Even though I know we both hate taking pictures, but I want to create the memories. But I have some pictures I want to take where all of us are wearing Santa hats. So I got those since I couldn't find mine. And then that's the only non-yarn item I got. I am looking at this, and there is barely anything here for the amount of money I spent. But that's okay. You live and you learn. I miss Joann's. That's what I'm learning the most. But don't we all? So for the custom order, I believe I got these 2. So I got this, which is, I think I got another one of the other that I'm seeing, but it's not here. So I gotta go look around. But I got this, which is petite pearl. I actually hate working with petite pearl, I've learned, because of how small it is. But my friend wants it to be small, or medium-sized, I guess you could say. So slightly bigger than if I were to crochet it out of like acrylic or cotton for his custom order, because the large one was going to be a little out of his price range, which I don't blame him. So, okay, so now I'm confused because I thought these two were the same, but apparently they're not. Hopefully they're about the same width-wise. The other is the Loops and Threads Skinny Chenille. I've never used it before, but we'll see if I dislike it as much as I dislike the Petite Pearl. But it's like I said, the Loops and Thread. So this, I should be able to use both of them to make the Hestu. And I just realized I might have to go back to get more yarn because I need a green color. And I completely forgot about that, but I might be able to make it work with some green I have around the house of like some velvet yarn. It might just be a little thicker. We'll deal with that later. And then the other one I got, because I've never tried it, is the Posh Pearl. This is still thinner than I like, but I want to try it because I never got to try the one from Joann's. Why can't I think of it? Because I always use the plush version, which is a thicker one. My brain is not working today. But anyways, I got that because it's supposed to be like the Posh of the Joann's brand. And I want to try it. And plus I saw it, and all I could think of when I saw it was how cute like some octos and stuff would look. So I think I'm gonna try and make some, what are those called? The octos that everyone's been doing, not the anchor, because that's gonna be too big, and I want to use thicker yarn for that anyways, because I've got a couple of anchors I want to make. But I think I want to try and do the drift. That's what it's called, drift the octo, and make a couple out of that and see what size they come out and if they're cute. But then I could also possibly do keychains with it just because of the thickness. And then I got this Demi Pearl, which I think is supposed to be like the plush version of the Joann's brand. Why can't I think of what it's called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's Demi Pearl, and I thought this green color was so cute. I really like it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I don't have a green in this shade, so we will see. And I think I might be able to pair it up with Bernat Blanket. It's a little thicker, I think, actually, than the Mystical, which is the other two yarns I got. So I got Bernat Blanket Mystical in the color Spearmint, because I have seen this color. I've never had it. You can't really see the color variation very well in this, but yeah, so I got that. And then I've seen people make pigs out of this other one. It's also the Bernat Blanket Mystical, and this is in pink quartz. And I am desperately needing to restock my pigs because I only have my XL pig now. So I thought I could use this as well as some of my other pink variegated yarns and just pink yarns in general, because I want to make a decent amount of those, especially before I do my market, which I wanted to update y'all. I now am officially in 3 markets next year, already signed up, and 2 are paid for and one's half paid for. So the first one is a market at, it's the Cargill Women's Network throws it or puts it on, and it's free, which is great. And so I got into that, and that's in March. And so that's why I said it's technically paid for, but like it's free to us, to vendors to go. So I'm gonna do that. I think it's from like 10 to 1, and I did it 2 years ago. I made over $1,000, and it was like the best market I had ever had at that point. And then I did it last year, and it was kind of dead, I'm not gonna lie, because it's during the work day, so people just come down when they can. And I think because I didn't have very much variety and people had already bought my stuff the previous year, that's partially why. But I really want to have a lot of stock and a lot of variety this year. That way, if they've bought stuff from me before, hopefully they'll buy it from me, buy something new from me this year. But we'll see how that goes, because last year, like I said, I might have made $400. So it was a pretty big difference, and it kind of made me sad. Because I was expecting it to be a really good market. But that's okay. And then the other market I'm in is the Women's Fair. So I will be doing that in April. And that's a 3-day event. It's half paid for. Because it's over $600 to do it because I increased the price. But last year when I finished, I used some of my earnings from that to pay for this year, and they only take the first half, and then the second half of the payment is due by February 1st. So I gotta get some money together to pay the last like $300 and something dollars. I think like 305 or whatever. And then the other one I got into was the one I actually told y'all about the other day that I applied for, Anime 405. I got into it. I don't remember if I've told you this already or not, but I'm extremely excited that I've got into it. So I'm gonna start market prepping for that, even though it's not till December. I want to have as much inventory as possible because it's another expensive market. It's almost $500, and they already took that out of my account because it does say in there that, once you're accepted, they will take payment. So I'm glad that I'm accepted and that I'm in, but that was money I wasn't expecting to come out of my account already. So I need to start doing as much as possible to build my funds back up because I am running low. And also, I want to make sure that I want to sell, because it's in Oklahoma and we have to see if we can stay with my husband's family. Otherwise, we have to get a hotel. And that's extra cost. Or we could drive each day, but it's a 2-hour drive there. And so it'd be 4 hours of driving each day. Granted, it's only 2 days, technically 3, because I think we're going to set up the day before just so we don't have to stress too much. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff to plan out and think about, and a lot of money. And so I'm hoping for that market I can make $3,000. That sounds like a lot, and that sounds pretty crazy, but I want to bring over 10,000 in inventory to it, which is why I want to start prepping now. So if I can make at least 3,000, I'd be happy, and it of course would be worth it. I like to try and make back 10 times what I pay for booth fee. So technically I would need to make almost $5,000 at it. So maybe I need to make like $15,000 worth of inventory just for that market, and then I can do like a final sale after I'm done with the market with whatever I have left. But I do have until next December to figure all that out. So like I said, almost a year. So I gotta get to work. I'm gonna make every anime item I make. I'm gonna make 2 of, I've decided, this year, and I'll put 1 aside for the Anime 405, and then 1 in my regular inventory, and then of course I'll take all of my regular inventory to Anime 405 as well. I just can't guarantee what I'll have left. So those are the 3 markets I have so far, and this turned into way more than just a yarn haul, so sorry about that. But yeah, that's all I have for now. I will talk to y'all in a bit. It's now 4:36, so I gotta get to work because I have not done really anything today. So yeah, talk to y'all in a bit. Alright, y'all, I just wanted to show you where I'm at. So this was from last night. This is the hand knit front panel of the cardigan that I'm working on. And then here is the back panel. So I'm making it so it's not very long because my mom is shorter than I am, and I am only 5'1" on a good day if I stand up straight. But my mom is under 5 foot, so I didn't make it very long. And then we're both on the thicker side, so I made it hopefully the correct width around, because I want it to be a little oversized for her and comfortable. But since this is the first one I've ever made, the tension's a little questionable. Sorry, my baby is starting to wake up. But yeah, so that's what I got done yesterday on the hand knit cardigan. I will keep y'all updated for when I finish. I'm not going to work on that right now. I'm going to work on my custom orders, but I will talk to y'all in a bit. Alright, y'all, so have I crocheted? No. Have I gotten stuff kind of organized? A little bit. Have I bought patterns that I did not need to buy? Absolutely. And did I rebuy a pattern I already bought like 5 days ago, 6 days ago technically, and did not realize I had bought? Yes. So let me show you what I got. Alright, so this pattern is the one, this is a touchscreen, so I gotta be careful. This is the one that I bought on the 15th that I just rebought today because I didn't realize I had actually purchased it. This is why you need to pay attention to what you're buying. But then I got the Diddy decks that I've seen people do, and it looks really cute, so I wanted to do it. Yeah. And then I just bought this pattern because I was watching Knotting Hook Crochet, and she was talking about like a mod pattern mix thing that she did with this one, and a pattern I already have, so I bought that. And then I saw someone on TikTok make these, and in my head I was like, oh, these would be perfect for my market in December. So I bought those. Same with this dragon wall hanging trophy thing. It looks really cool, and I saw someone do it on YouTube one time, and I want to try and make it for my markets. And then who doesn't love Dobby? So of course I bought some Snuggler Dobbies. And then here's where I bought it again. See? I already had it. Bought it again for some reason. Should have taken this one out and just gotten this one with the two K-Pop Demon Hunter guys. And then I saw, I think it was Melly Inspired Crochet do this pattern, and I wanted to do it because I figure Miss Rachel's pretty popular and it should be a good seller. So I bought that as well. So did I need those patterns? Maybe. Not necessarily. Did I buy them and spend money on them that I don't really have because I just complained about not having money? Yeah. I have a problem. I would say don't tell my husband, but he edits my videos, so sorry. He gonna know. I'm sorry. I spent money. That's all I have for now. I do my moose in a pile, so I need to work on that. But yeah, so I'm gonna get started on that, and that's all I have for now. I'll talk to y'all in a bit. It's currently 5:38, so yeah. I don't know what I've done for the last 30 minutes other than apparently buy patterns and slightly organize my moose parts. But I'll talk to y'all later. Alright, y'all, it's like 8:16ish. And I got the cow with the baby safe eyes done. So I'm just waiting to see if they're still wanting it because I messaged them and I haven't heard back yet. So if they're still wanting it, great. I'll get it to them and they can pay for it. If not, I will put it in my market inventory. So yeah. And I'm thinking about charging like 44, 46, something around there. Just because it took a little bit of time to make it, and then with all the details of the flowers and everything. So yeah, that's all I have for now. I will talk to y'all in a bit. Alright, y'all, so it's currently about 12:30, and I have not done any additional crocheting, but figured I would check out for the night for... Ow! Well, the dogs just came back inside. But figured I would check out for the night for Vlogmas Day 22, and then anything you see from here on out will be Vlogmas Day 23. After we got dinner, we watched a movie, and then my husband went to bed, and just went to bed, and I put my daughter in there with them. And I don't know what I'm gonna do, so we'll see, because I'm wide awake right now. But I just let the dogs in from being outside, and I'll talk to y'all in a bit.